All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe I am now on the air. Welcome to Loud and Clear Pictures, and welcome to NGPW SuperClash III. And as we are on the road to our first ever two-night inter-promotional live stream event of the summer, the hottest of them all, literally and figuratively, Coastal Clash nights 1 and 2, July 17th on a Friday night, and on Sunday, July 19th. July 17th will be Next Generation Pro, and on Sunday will be Fantasy Pro Wrestling. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my name is Johnny Balaganoush, the host and the voice of Fantasy Pro Wrestling, the New Class Wrestling Academy, and for tonight's third ever Super Clash event. Before we go on to our first contest, let us give you folks a little run through of what is on tap this afternoon and into the night. To open things up, we've got the 3 of the 4 aces: Awesome Kong, Azumi, and Avril Lavigne versus Aurora Axnes, Cage Jones, and Lady Shani. And forgive me if I've mispronounced the name, but that will be our opening contest. Now this will be an eye-opener for the women's division because Cage Jones, the current reigning women's world champion of Next Generation Pro, is in action to start things, and there are 5 other lovely ladies that would love to get a crack at that championship belt. So who knows what will happen right off the bat, folks. Match number 2, one-on-one, Commander and Darby Allin. These guys are from All Elite Wrestling, but they also wrestle here on Next Generation Pro, and they're going to be competing in a submission match. No pinfalls, no disqualifications. Countouts, I think there might be, which was kind of strange. But the only way to win primarily is to force your opponent to tap out or pass out, whichever comes first. Match number 3, Fatal 4-Way High Octane Cruiserweight Wrestling with the likes of Chris Danger, Hans Oman, Kyle O'Reilly, and Ultimo Dragon. This is to raise the bar, if you will, in the Cruiserweight division. Keep in mind, folks, keep in mind that we do have other talent in the back that would live a crack at that Cruiserweight Championship gold belt. In our continuation of the little makeshift tournament in the tag team division, Team Parka will be going into battle with Speedball Mike Bailey and the reigning LWF Women's or Ladies World Champion Maddie Ziegler. And right before intermission, ladies and gentlemen, Gabe Kidd has challenged Switchblade Jay White in a 30-minute Iron Man matchup, which will determine who will face the cleaner, Mr. Iron Man Kenny Omega, next Friday, July 17th at Coastal Clash. After the intermission, we're going to have a rematch from the last event at Rebel Rising. Starlight Kid, Mr. Iguana, Jumpin' Jay Stevens, and El Virtuoso versus Bestia Says, Vampiro, Urza and Mia Gothica. The only thing that's changed in this contest is the time limit from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Hopefully, we do not get a draw. We need a definitive winner because this is going to make a big difference in the Tag Team Championship contingency. Match number 7, a battle of the powerhouses. Scott Flash Norton and the Warlord will do battle. In a first time ever underground match here on Next Generation Pro, Kayla Rossi meets Marissa Matsumoto. And in our main event attraction, Tetsuya Naito and Jeff Cobb, fellow folks of New Japan Pro Wrestling, will meet 2 of the 4 Family Guys in Joe Swanson and, believe it or not, the current heavyweight champion of NGPW, Peter Griffin. Fans, we're just about ready to rock and roll. Thank you very much for your patience. But we're going to get there, fans. We're going to get there. And I'm going to send a link out to all my peeps out there in the world. So enjoy our show, folks. This is SuperClash III.
The following is a 6-woman tag team match. On the way to the ring, Punk the Rockstar, Kong, Awesome Kong, and AZM, the 4 Horsemen.
They are not the 4 Horsemen. It's not Kong, Awesome Kong. It's the 3 out of the 4 Aces. So we might as well just call them the Aces. Honestly, we're going to have to change that up at some point in time. My goodness, I have never heard so much powerful boomage. Like the crowd is booing them. They do not like these 3.
And their opponents, first from Gray, County Wicklow, Ireland.
All right, folks. Retro Canucks Media, hello there. Jeremy Applican. Welcome, guys, to SuperClash III. I'm still trying to get things going here, sending out a link to all the people out there in the digital world.
From London, England, the World Women's Champion, Amber C. Jones.
I know who you are, Gigi. But thank you very much for letting us know who you are. Wow, man, either my phone is on its last legs, or the internet is being completely messed up.
And from Gomez Palacios, Durango, Mexico, Lady Sean E.
Already getting a too sweet chance. Our opening contest here, ladies and gentlemen, at SuperClash III. And it's just from the lineup, I'm looking forward to the action, especially knowing what's gonna happen with Peter Griffin. Considering the fact that he is now new heavyweight champion by defeating Jeff Cobb. Think about that for a second, folks. And still flabbergasted by the fact that Peter Griffin actually defeated one of the longest reigning champions in this promotion right here. That tells you a lot. But I'm actually hoping that it's a fluke. Because if it is a fluke, then there is a possibility that Jeff is going to reclaim that championship belt. And that may very well happen next Friday, July 17th. And if so, it was just one bad dream, honestly. That's how I like to see it. I want to see it for what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is all the groups that I can think of at this very moment. Computer is a little bit slow from time to time, but that is such as life. Trios tag team, ladies trios tag team, scheduled for 30 minutes. We got 19 minutes and 40 seconds left. And I had mentioned, for those who have not heard, this match is very important, especially in the ladies or the women's division. Cage Jones, who is the champion, has to think about 5 other individuals who may get a chance at the championship belt. Aurora Axnez forces Azumi into submission. That felt so damn quick, but don't forget that Aurora is a very strong, passionate woman who wants to be at the top of the food chain, and it looks as though she might be the next individual to compete for championship gold. That sucks how that evaluation just blocks off the champion like that. Now all we see is Aurora and Lady Shani, or Shani. Sorry if I'm again mispronouncing it. I have no access to anything right now that I can correct what's going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, Aurora and Cage Jones did compete back in January in that championship tournament. I believe they were they were the 2 finalists in that tournament. To correct me or to make sure that I'm accurate about that, you can actually check out that tournament on the Loud and Clear Pictures channel and check it out, along with a whole library of amazing E-Federation content. Alright, before we go on to our next contest here, I want to check out the highlight reel, because I have completely missed what the heck was going on in our first match. I shouldn't, but, you know, I'm running this entire project by myself, though. I don't think my cat can take over. That's some beautiful AJ Styles action there from Aurora on Awesome Kong. That flip is so quick. Look at that. It's a huge backflip. I would get dizzy just from doing it. If you get dizzy from watching it, you got health issues. Sorry to sound insensitive, love, but come on. You got to do the move, and then you can tell me I'm actually dizzy. Okay. No. Oh, the mist. I totally forgot about that. That can actually blind you, confuse you. The works. All right. Oh, nice. All right. And there it is, the closing moments. That was it. Azumi had to friggin' tap out. No question about it, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of tapping out, up next, we have a submission match. So someone is going to guarantee forfeit or just pass out from the pain as 2 all elite wrestlers compete here. Commander and Darby Allin next. Capacity crowd here on hand. It is hot and sunny out there in Gatineau, Quebec.
Making his way to the ring from Gomez,
I know you saw on your screen Montreal, Quebec, but we're not from Montreal. We are in Gatineau. Not too far from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, ladies and gentlemen. Commander has been a worthy adversary, a worthy contender in the cruiserweight division. And should he be successful, he will definitely get a crack at Cruiserweight Championship Gold. But before that, he's got to get through Darby.
Weighing in at 175 pounds, Daryl Allen.
Darby, ladies and gentlemen, former AEW World Champion. And his reign lasted just as long as Sami Zayn, unfortunately. And that's unfortunate because you know what? I always consider Darby to be one of the most auspicious upstarts in professional wrestling, period. This young buck who offers his time, his energy, his passion, his love for pro wrestling, finally from 2019 when it first started to like this very year, Darby finally captured championship gold by defeating MJF, only to lose the belt like what, 9-10 days after? And like last night on Raw, and I've only learned about this like this afternoon, CM Punk defeating Sami Zayn for the championship gold. And how long did Sami have that belt for? About 9 days. WTF, right? And Sami, another wrestler who has competed in the WWE from 2013 onward. Yes, he was NXT champion. Yes, he's been Intercontinental champion and tag team champion and the like. But he never won the big one until, what was it? Night of Champions? I mean, awesome work, awesome effort. But the fact that he didn't last a month as WWE champion is a bit questionable. I don't know. But will it be questionable when Peter Griffin tonight, folks, at the shank of the hour, lose to the team of Jeff Cobb and Tetsuya Naito? Maybe. And if so, I'm like, okay, not looking good for the new champion. But it is now set in stone. Jeff Cobb and Peter Griffin for the gold, July 17th, right here on Loud and Clear Picks. Oh, nice Inzu from Commander. So yes, no countouts and say no disqualification. Springing into action, a vaulting splash from Commander. High knee strike. Look at the artwork on the body of Darby. I love seeing that. I could have sworn I actually heard an audience member screaming out, "Submit, submit." Well, 12 and a half minutes until this match comes to an end, if we are going to have an ending to this contest. Commander now has Darby smashed into the corner. Oh, that would have been very, very hazardous to the lower back. However, you know what? Darby has taken many, many sick bumps. I think I have seen it all with this guy. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised he's still walking. This kid shouldn't even be standing for all of them. From all the bumps he's taken, I'm just amazed. Oh, nice escape. and walking on the ropes. Beautiful shotgun front drop kick. Big springboard moonsault. Lock in a submission hold, Commander. That's the only way to win this match. Coffin drop, wow. Absolutely remarkable. And now, wait a minute, submission hold maybe. Nope. Does not submit. This matchup continues, folks. Flapjack onto the table. I emphatically agree with the audience. This is awesome. Darby now is getting a little bit crazy. Oh, nice. A lariat, the back of the head, the neck, and a basement drop into the temple of Commander. Yes, Retro Canucks Media. Look at that rope break. The ropes can be your best friend or your worst nightmare. It depends on who. And now Darby locks in that submission hold again. This time, Commander with the back elbows. 5-star rating, as you can see at the top left-hand corner. Drop down, leapfrog. Look at this. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Great leg strength from Commander. And Code Red action. Wow, dudes and dudettes. This is incredible. Match number 2 here at SuperClash III. And now Commander with the Canadian Destroyer, and the body of Darby just got all limp and crap. I don't think I've seen Commander walk in a submission hold, and now there it is. I'm going to say very easy to walk out of that, escape that. Tornado DDT. Oh, Darby is trying to tell Commander it is time to take out the trash. But we only got the lid. Where's the can? 7.5 minutes remaining. Already you have 1 hour. You've gotten praise from 2K25. 5-star rating right now. Can't get any higher than this. All we need now is a definitive winner before the clock runs out of time. Beautiful shooting star press. Darby is completely flattened on the mat. Knee to the lower back. Submission hold in place. Will this be enough for Darby? Referee says no. This match continues, ladies and gentlemen. First half of this match was all Darby. And now Commander has taken the lead somehow, some way. He picks, oh. Oh, I smell some Three Amigos on the trash lid. The can lid. And there's your Three Amigo. Why don't you top it off with a frog splash? Or a shooting star press, however you want it to be. In the center of the ring, away from the ring rope. Nice escape from Darby. Quickly gets into a position right now with a basement drop kick. Both on the lockup again. And I don't know how Commander is doing this. How is he getting up so damn quickly? You know, he just got his knee kicked from a drop kick. Look. Oh, forearm smash. There's the frog splash, but there are no pinfalls into this contest. Right in front of the referee on plus. And that is all she was there. There's the tap out. Referee calls for the bell. Commander is now a worthy contender for the Cruiserweight Championship belts. And you know what? He deserves it. Commander deserves it because he has been working for months in gauntlet matches and like multi-man matches, like fatal four-way matches. He even wrestled Ultimo Dragon when he was champion. Alright folks, we're going to go on to our highlight reel because I'm sure that everything in this match was definitely a highlight. Look at this. Springboard frog splash on the back of Darby. A snapping DDT. So quick and so fast. As expected. A rounding splash from the second rope. Tope Suicida from Darby. Vintage Darby Allin, folks. There's that vaulting splash I was mentioning. Snake Eyes. Oh, nice. That's another vintage Darby move. Oh, that's a much better angle this time around. Jeez. That is an art. That is a freaking art. And there it is, the closing moments. Submission hold. And there's the tap out. You can see it. See one more time, folks, for those who have missed it. There's the tap, look. On to our next matchup here at SuperClash III.
is a fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 184 pounds, Chris Danger.
Here is another competitor, ladies and gentlemen, who has been on the hunt for Cruiserweight Championship gold, Chris Danger. Believe it or not, folks, over a year ago, he was in my car. And I think his girlfriend, I'm not quite sure if it was his girlfriend or not, they were in my vehicle on the way to grab food at McDonald's. And this was before a mystery wrestling show. If memory serves me correctly, it was Jumpin' Jay Stevens' debut on the main roster.
First, from Yokohama, Japan, weighing in at 175 pounds, the Pro Wrestling Cruiserweight World Wrestling Champion, Hannibal Hayabusa.
Hanzo Man, ladies and gentlemen, is the champion. However, the belt is not on the line, but Commander is a worthy adversary, and I think that after this match, whoever wins this contest, if it's not Hanzo, I believe that Coastal Clash. I want to see a three-way dance. I'm talking about like elimination style. One man standing to be declared champion of the Cruiserweight division.
And from Vancouver, British Columbia, weighing in at 207 pounds, Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly, ladies and gentlemen, another candidate. He's been phenomenal in WWE, especially on NXT. Still actively wrestling for All Elite Wrestling. But now, folks, that he's making his way down that aisle and into the ring, if he's the winner, should he be victorious, I definitely would like to see a three-way dance. Commander, Kyle O'Reilly, and Hanzo Man for the Cruiserweight Championship. Coastal Clash, ladies and gentlemen, keep you guys informed. For NGPW, it will be Friday, July 17th. FPW, Coastal Clash, 2 days after that, Sunday, July 19th. And now we're on the home stretch.
From Nagata, Japan, weighing in at 185 pounds, Ultimo the Dragon.
So weird not seeing him with a championship belt around his waist. But if he wins this match, should he be successful, it's anybody's game at this point. There's a 25% chance on all four of these combatants. The winner will be deserved a good spot for Coastal Clash and that championship belt. Chris Danger, Hanzo Man, the World Cruiserweight Champion, Kyle O'Reilly, and Ultimo Dragon. Here we go. Fatal four-way, one fall to a finish. And I guess I'll have to time this one. But there is no clock on the top right-hand corner. At the same time, I'm going to be prepping for dinner. So enjoy, folks. And post your comments in the comment section should you have any questions, comments, or what have you. I heard an audience member just say, pin him, pin him. It's not that simple, guy. These are the 4 best athletes right now. We're going on to almost 12 minutes of in-ring activity. And as you can clearly see, there is action on the outside as well as the inside. Now all 4 men on the outside. Our referee cannot control the action here, but someone's got to give. Will it be Chris? Will it be Kyle? The screen ran red as Hanzo delivers a tomahawk chop to the legend, Ultimo Dragon. This audience, since bell to bell, it's been off date shame. You guys out there are amazing. To answer the question from Jeremy Applecan or GG, No Mercy is still a thing. No Mercy Hardcore Wrestling is still a thing, man. It's a brand. It's like Raw and SmackDown. They are shows, but they're also brands too. In fact, the reigning No Mercy Hardcore Wrestling champion is London Lightning, who has defeated Scott Sampson at Journey's End. I don't want to give too much of a spoiler here, folks. I want to be able to watch the program. So GG, if you haven't seen it already, I would suggest that you check out Journey's End. In fact, just check out any video on the Loud and Clear Pictures. And to answer your question, Retro Canucks Media, it's salmon, like a salmon steak, baked potatoes, and veggies. Everything a growing boy needs. Fisherman Buster from Ultimo Dragon. Holy smoke! I would just end the match with that. That was brutal. Going with the cover, Chris, with the referee slipping and sliding, and Hanzo breaks up the pin. Oh my goodness, look at this seesaw back and forth action. Five-star banger, ladies and gentlemen, here on match number 3 in our program. Wow! And that concludes match number 3 in our program. Ultimo Dragon successfully he survives. He survived an epic war. Look at the body, look at the sweat glistening off the body. You know that the Ultimo Dragon went to war on Chris Danger, Kyle O'Reilly, and that champion, Hanzo Man. And that look of determination off that mug And Ultimo Dragon says it all right there. He wants a championship shot. And I think that should happen at Coastal Clash. But the only people that can make it happen is the NGPW committee, management, the authority behind the mastermind that's behind this organization. Let's go and check out the highlight reel before we go on to our next match and see how things went down. Beautiful snapping her on Kyle O'Reilly. He was like screaming for war. Look at that. Okay, nothing special about that. Nice, but not worthy of like Oh, I could see fear in the eyes of Kyle O'Reilly. A lot going on in a fatal four-way. It's kind of hard to caption everything, but almost a count of three. Hanzo almost got Ultimo Dragon. A prelude of things to come. On behalf of the committee and management, I want a three-way dance between Ultimo Dragon, Hanzo Man, and Commander. It's only fitting. It is only fitting. Ain't special. Jeez, what a croomy highlight reel. Such is life, ladies and gentlemen, in our sport of professional wrestling. But now shifting gears to our makeshift tag team tournament, Team Parka, the father and son duo of LA Park and Junior, going up against Speedball Mike Bailey and the reigning LWF Ladies World Champion Maddie Ziegler. Winning team will definitely advance on and perhaps will challenge Mr. Iguana and Starlight Kid for the NGPW Open World Tag Team titles on July 17th at Coastal Clash. Before I even forget, because I was about to just move on to something else, for those of you brand new to this channel, welcome to Loud and Clear Pictures. We're trying to provide more than just E-Federation. I promise you, we're just trying our best to get different kind of content, music, perhaps, stand-up comedy, anything to entertain you fine folks watching wherever you are.
And L.A. Parker Jr.
Please don't forget to click like and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you do not miss a moment or miss a match. That matter. And these guys are having a great time in that ring. I suppose they're going to have a great time becoming new tag team champions. All they've got to do is beat Speedball, Maddie Ziegler, And perhaps whoever wins in that 8-person tag team rematch from Rebel Rising I'm just throwing it out there, folks. We have set the bar on that 8-person tag team to 60-minute time limit. For now, folks, the look of determination, the confidence in Speedball Mike Bailey. It's going to be good, folks. I'm looking forward to it. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen, the Ladies World Champion of LWF.
And from Forest Lake, Minnesota,
Maddie Ziegler, ladies and gentlemen, she will be defending LWF Gold on Sunday, July 19th. She will not be defending Championship Gold on the 17th. For all we know, she could be challenging Mr. Iguana and the Starlight Kid for those Open World Tag Team titles. We will find out, ladies and gentlemen. By the end of this program, we will know. Not by the end of this match, but by the end of this program, before we head off, before we go off the air, you fine folks at home will be informed. The bell sounds, ladies and gentlemen. 30 minutes on the clock. Winning team advances. Perhaps will compete for tag team gold, or may actually compete against a winning team in the 8-person tag team. So that's Bestia says and Vampiro. That's a team. Urza and Mia Gothica, another team. And of course, let's not forget Jumpin' Jay Stevens and El Virtuoso. They are amongst those 8 teams, but it's an 8-person tag team contest. So a lot of teams have gathered together, and hopefully we get a conclusive end to that 8-person tag match, a rematch from Rebel Rising. All right, now Maddie Ziegler setting up the chairman of WCW for a power bomb. Nicely done. I didn't think she had the power to do that. Now here comes Speedball Mike Bailey. Wiggling him out to a reverse diving DDT. Nicely done. Oh wait, pinning predicament to advance on the makeshift tournament. I can't leave my post. I have to watch the action, folks, because if you miss it, you miss it. For we are live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Desprez Community Center in beautiful, hot, and sunny Gatineau, Quebec. I think for a second there, Mike was mouthing off to LA Park. Tag has been made. Come on, guys, gotta get back in the ring. I hope that. Oh, look at that split-legged leg drop. Get back in the ring, guys. Maddie's looking now motioning, but the referee's gotta do his job, calling it down the middle. If you win via countout, you still advance on into the makeshift tournament. Oh, nice super kick, well telegraphed. I would have gone for a pin right there. Oh, well done. Nope, she'll tag out. The speedball, I'm not quite sure why exactly you would do that, but unless Mike's got his finisher locked and loaded. But now, look at that. Big mistake from the LWF champion there. Maddie shouldn't have done. She shouldn't have tagged out. She had LA Park right there. And now here comes LA Park Jr. Oh, LA Park saves the day. a count of 3. The frustration on Maddie Ziegler says it all. And the crowd was louder than me. This is tag team wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Tag team wrestling at its... What the fuck? Canadian Destroyer out of nowhere on LA Park Jr. Speedball caps it off with a shoulder tackle or shoulder thrust, making Junior hit the barricade, the guardrail, if you will. Holy free freaking holies. Oh my God, tag team wrestling off the walls. Spanish avalanche, Spanish fly. I emphatically agree once more, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. And this is Next Generation Pro. The best and brightest. The future is here, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. Nice setup, but where's the follow-up there, Speedball? Dagson, Maddie Ziegler. Beware of the 630 splash. Beware of the TKO as well. Oh, 3 elbows to the jaw. Nice quarter roll. Scoop. Wait. Escape, 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 escape. Land your moves. 17 minutes remaining on the clock. Oh my. On the face. For goodness sakes, man. Watch the face. Oh, nicely done. Scoop. Aeroplane. Oh, aeroplane spin TKO. This could be going for the cover. Oh, mother. Mother of McGillicuddy, ladies and gentlemen. This is what wrestling is supposed to be, folks. I'm telling ya. I was wild. That Canadian Destroyer was in your face. Holy free holies, man. Oh. 15.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, big splash on the back of Maddie Ziegler. Going for the cover in the center of the ring. No! The match continues, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'll be eating dinner momentarily. So if I'm not reacting or making any comments, I am tending to my food. Nice reversal, spiking LA Park Jr. onto the dirty old gym mats. Look at Maddie go. Gut wrench suplex. All those strikes. Get back in the ring, guys. Get back in there, Maddie. There we go. Oh, wheelbarrow pinning predicament in the center of the ring. 2, 3. That right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is match of the night candidate. You have got to admit to that, ladies and gentlemen. That had to be match of the freaking, well, I should say more like match of the afternoon. The sun is piercing through the window. Well, we are just about ready for Din, folks. And we're also getting ourselves prepared for our upcoming matchup, which will be a potential barn burner. Another greatest of all time right here at SuperClash III. This is just incredible, folks. That's all I gotta say about that. Just absolutely incredible performance from these two teams. We're gonna have to check out the highlight reel before we go on to our next match. I've got to see. By the way, just letting you all know, the highlight reel portion of this live stream is to see what spots are amazing, what spots capture your attention, what gets you invested in this product. So let's go ahead and check out that highlight reel vit before we go on to our next matchup. By far, two of the greatest tag teams putting on something special. Look at that back elbow. You can see that LA Park was Jr. was trying to get out of the way, but the speed, velocity of that elbow drop just friggin' crushed the back. Possibly even ruptured a disc in the vertebra. Oh, nice. That was a beaut. Oh man. Nothing special. When the pins happen, don't mean jack. Look at that beautiful kick. LA Park Jr. was completely crocked. Look at this. Paff. A big splash from the chairman of WCW. And a surprise. To me, that's a surprise roll up. What I'm actually quite stunned is that LA Park Jr. could not get out of it. But then again, that match went really, really beyond le. And now, folks, coming up next, 30-minute Iron Man match between Gabe Kidd and the Switchblade, Jay White. Winner of this matchup, by the way, will earn a one-on-one Iron Man match with Kenny Omega. And that will be happening at Coastal Clash. So again, the winner of the match meets Kenny Omega at Coastal Clash Friday, July 17th.
The following contest is an Iron Man match. Making his way to the ring from England, weighing in at 235 pounds, Gabriel Kidd.
Gabe Kidd, ladies and gentlemen, a competitor all over the world. More notably New Japan Pro Wrestling, but also on All Elite. He has appeared and competed against Stu Grayson at Mystery Wrestling a year ago. He has been here in Gatineau. That means, folks, like, he was like right across the street practically. And now Gabe Kidd challenging Switchblade Jay White, the man that has defeated Kenny Omega here on NGPW, and that's why Kenny's got the one loss in his record. Now I'm under speculation this could be Switchblades' night. This could very well be the biggest night for Switchblade. And Jay is looking straight at him. I bet he was probably a bit dumbfounded about the fact that he has accepted, that Gabe accepted the challenge. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Switchblade is not someone you want to mess around with. Gabe Kidd and Jay White, 30-minute Iron Man match. Here we go. Oh God, that leg, that dragon screw. So quick, so fast, so very, very dangerous. Wow, folks. Almost halfway through our Iron Man match, and Jay White secures the first fall. But that might all change because Gabe now on the hunt. Oh, back elbow. Beautiful DDT. And now Switchblade has the same idea. Forearm smash. And now Switchblade taking Preston Hardware. Looks like Preston does not want to pin Gabe. Oh my word. These guys are bruised. They are spent. They are beaten. The glossiness. The sweat on these boys. Oh my goodness! A snap! Dragon suplex. And there's that's 2-zip in favor of Jay. Gabe, you better start packing in points. It's looking like it's going to be Jay and Kenny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jay White completely in shock. I could have sworn that was going to be it. And now Gabe in pursuit. Full Nelson. No. Dragon suplex. Will Gabe claim a point in this 30-minute Iron Man match? No. Remain focused if you must, Gabe. 30-minute Iron Man, not 30-man Iron Minute. Oh, look at this. The Muda lock. But he reached the ropes. Now would have been a great way to secure a victory, or not a victory, but a point. Oh, give me a break. A hockey stick is not meant to be chucked like that. It's not a baseball. It's a hockey stick, for freak's sakes. And now Gabe motioning to the crowd, going for his finish. Crossface chicken wing. Look at the look, the face on Jay White, the despair. But he is not forfeiting. He didn't tap. Didn't pass out either. But man, oh man, this is something special here. Gabe has to do everything he can. Gabe Kidd has to do everything he can to win it. That includes injuring Jay White, and so be it. Chucking hockey sticks at the guy's face. A folding chair smack to the cranium. Oh, on the chair! on the outside onto a chair. I think that the referee will definitely count to 10 on this one. Jay, enough. If anything else, who should be coming out right now is the EMTs. Because this is not looking good right now for Gabe Kidd. Come on, guys, get back in the ring. Gabe Kidd now bringing in the steel steps. Oh no! Ah! On the steel steps! Good Lord! My goodness, 3-0 in favor of Jay White. Only 12 minutes remaining. Gabe hasn't secured a single point on the board. But it is not too late. Boom. All right, folks. Well, Gabe Kidd has now secured another victory. 10 minutes remaining. However, Switchblade is still in the lead. An OMG moment. Oh, spiking apron DDT. And if memory serves me, I believe that was like the screen ran red on that one. I could be wrong. Oh my goodness, come on! Switchblade wants Kenny Omega's blood. He doesn't want Gabe Kidd's blood. He wants Kenny Omega's blood. He wants to get that 2 in Kenny Omega's losing streak. This is looking bad, folks. Oh no. Yeah, Gabe is bleeding. Gabe is in trouble, folks. The shitty deal, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing that we can do. I mean, Switchblade is completely annihilating Gabe Kidd. Look at that! On Preston Hardware. The inverted STO. It is pretty much academic right now, ladies and gentlemen, but what this is. I mean, Blade Runner after Blade Runner, and that's what's going to be the bane of Gabe Kidd's existence. The score is 6-2. It was 4-2. And I thought that maybe Gabe Kidd will catch up 3-4, you know? But now with 7 minutes remaining, Gabe has to pull out all the stops. Avoid the ropes at all costs. Ropes are there to save you. The ropes are your best friend. Oh my God. This is not Gabe. This is not Gabe tonight. Everything changed at the 18-minute mark. I mean, 7-2 with only 6 minutes remaining. Right, the probability right now is not looking good for Gabe. Oh my God. I mean, Gabe's got the moves, but he doesn't have the luck. Well, 3.5 minutes, folks, or 3:20 left. The score is out of control, man. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I've been speechless for the majority of this match because I've been making my dinner, eating my dinner, responding to messages here and there. But from my observations, folks, it was even Steven for like, oh my goodness, I want to say about 13 minutes, 12 to 13 minutes, and all of a sudden, bam! We're getting score after score, point after point from Jay White, the Switchblade, the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, you know, a man who has faced Kenny Omega on numerous occasions, but for NGP, Switchblade defeated Kenny Omega. And on July 17th, next Friday evening at Coastal Clash, from what I'm seeing here, good Lord! Did you see that? If anything, elbow drop from a very, very upset Gabe Kidd. 2 minutes remaining. I don't know, I can't understand this. Everything that Gabe is throwing at Jay, it makes nothing. Powerbomb, there we go. Powerbomb to a pin. Will he get it? Probably. There it is. This is completely one-sided, folks. All it takes is one trigger, and that's the end. There's no way that Gabe will catch up. No way. It is a scientific impossibility. Avoiding two steel steps. He grabs a folding chair. He wants a chair. And did not make connection. He launched a folding chair and it didn't even hit him. "30 seconds. Oh my God, the body scissors. No. The score shall remain 9-3 in favor of Jay White. Kenny, you're watching this right now? Be prepared for July 17th. Be very prepared.
Here is your winner, Jay White.
The confident look on Switchblade Jay White. That cold, hard stare is addressed to the cleaner Kenny Omega. Friday, July 17th, when NGPW presents Coastal Clash. 30-minute Iron Man. Kenny Omega and Jay White. It'll be a rematch, but in my opinion, I don't think that these two have faced off in an Iron Man match. I'll have to review that, ladies and gentlemen, but like I said, then this might be the first time they are to meet in an Iron Man match. This should be very, very interesting, folks. Looking forward to that big time. All right, folks, before we go on to our intermission, by the way, 15-minute intermission, 1-5, okay? Again, you are watching NGPW, that's Next Generation Pro Wrestling, SuperClash III, from a very hot and sunny Gatineau, Quebec, the Prenoisier Community Center. The sun is slowly beaming down through my window. If you have missed out on Journey's End with the New Class Wrestling Academy, fear not. The footage, the show, the full entire 6-hour live stream is available for your viewing pleasure, folks. And the New Class Wrestling Academy will resume its program on Tuesday, September the 1st. So mark it down, folks, if you're a big fan of WWF No Mercy, and if you're a fan of the New Class Wrestling Academy, then please check it out. We will be back Tuesday, September 1st. Of course, again, folks, next Friday, July 17th, Next Generation Pro will present Coastal Clash. Its boys and girls will duke it out. And now it has been official. Switchblade Jay White will meet Kenny Omega. Also, ladies and gentlemen, this just in, Aurora Axnez will be competing in a best 2 out of 3 falls match with Cage Jones for the NGPW Women's World Championship. That is confirmed, folks. Also, Darby Allin has a date with Cursed from FPW, the very same. And speaking of Cursed, he has the Luck of the Draw ladder match briefcase that he has achieved since the month of March at the 26th anniversary of FPW. That was at Carnage. And that boy can cash in that briefcase at any given time, but it is only for an FPW championship belt. Nevertheless, we will see Cursed on NGPW programming against Darby Allin. That's going to be freaking awesome. And of course, Peter Griffin will defend the heavyweight crown against Jeff Cobb. That main event tonight, folks, Peter and Joe, the Family Guys, against Tetsuya Naito and Jeff Cobb. That is happening at the tail end of our program. So please stay with us and stay tuned. We'll have more developments, folks, especially on the makeshift tag team tournament. Right now, Speedball Mike Bailey and Maddie Ziegler are going to be awaiting the winners, potential winners of our upcoming battle, the 8-person tag team matchup. It could be a direct title match, or it could be just the next round into the tournament. Again, you will be informed before we go off the air. And just vite là, I want to check out the highlight reel. Big splash from the top rope, like just like belly flopping into the pool. We have seen a lot of snake eyes. Even at Rebel Rising, we've seen a lot of snake eye maneuvers. It's becoming very, very popular here. Look at that beautiful STO. Or inverted STO, excuse me. And look at that beautiful transition. I think Gabe's head hit the edge of Preston Hardware. Yeah. I want to see it one more time so I'm not going crazy. Yep, that hit the edge. And we do have EMTs, by the way, checking up on both athletes, but Gabe, who has lost blood, he is being tended right now. And look at this. High risk maneuver. The elbow must have hit the back of the head of Jay White. Or the shoulder at least. Power bomb. There's like blood stains, sweat stains. The canvas is absorbing everything right now. This is absolutely unbelievable. But this is pro wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. This is pro wrestling at its best. And I'm very thankful that you fine folks are watching, are tuning in to Loud and Clear Pictures. And now, folks, take this opportunity to take a break. Go outside, get some air, grab a snack, grab dinner if you can, or make dinner or eat dinner. We will be back in 15 minutes. You just cut me off? What happened? Well, I don't know if it's overheated or not.